Hi, welcome to the Monday Night Health Coach Huddle. My name is Trisha. This meeting is a place where we can stay connected with our health coach family and showcase what health coaching looks like in real time. Please invite people who are interested in becoming healthier and desire to help others. This meeting is recorded and will be posted to our Optimal Health Coach Facebook group. Don't forget to bring your notebook and pen so you can take notes. Now we want to welcome our first-time guest. If this is your first time, please wave at us and we will unmute you. And there you go, Irving.
Thank you, Ms. Tricia. So is there any new guests? Did anybody invite anyone that came in today? You did. Who you have, Jose?
Okay, then take them and put the purple basket on them.
You can hit your mute, unmute yourself.
Okay. Yeah, thanks. I got it.
Okay.
I invited my sister Carmen and my brother-in-law Rick, and they're interested in, I just invited them to see what they can glean
I'm
from
there.
my meeting. They're not on yet, so I think
Oh,
they might
okay.
have a little trouble.
Maybe okay. And Zoom's always kind of a struggle the first time you get on. So, well, we'll
Yeah.
welcome them. We'll welcome them when they get on. Is there anyone else that invited anyone? I did invite somebody that's a really good coach candidate, but the weather up in Massachusetts is turning south, and so they decided they wanted to go out and buy some bread and milk instead of talk to us. So, is there anyone else?
Well, I invited Dawn Weber to come back and join us, and she's here. Excited to have her.
Well, hello, Don. Welcome back.
Hello. I have my phone muted because I have some barky dogs, and if I don't have it muted, you will hear them barking every other minute.
Well, that's awesome. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna make a commitment here to do a better job of trying to get folks to the meeting. Obviously, it will help us in building a strong foundation for all of our teams. One of the things that I saw and I thought was super impressive, and Craig had spoken about it earlier today, was a post that Carrie had put on about her love for coaching. It was just super passionate. It was so passionate, I wanted to copy and paste it without her permission. I just wanted to go ahead and just do it. And so I know she would be cool with that, but it was that cool. I mean, it was something that it got me thinking and saying, you know, maybe I need to be more vocal about and more aggressive about going out and looking outside of the norm for coach candidates. And so I don't know if you got anything out of that, Carrie. If you wanted to, I know you're cooking. If you wanted to add a couple of cents to that, but it was that impressive.
Well, thanks. I have a couple cents. And I think the main thing, which could be maybe a challenge for people, and it was for me, I had to stop and think about it first. And that takes intention for me, because I can be busy, especially when I'm on Facebook, you know, whether it's scrolling and getting distracted. But I had to take like 5 minutes to think about it, because it's not just going to happen, especially if it's something that's going to have a message with it. A lot of times I'll use just like 5 words to be sarcastic or dumb or something, but I wanted it to be more of a message. So that was a challenge for me, to stop and think about it, to make sure that I had what I wanted.
Did you get any favorable feedback out of it?
I've had definitely not as much on Facebook, but I've had people have talked to me in person.
Yeah.
And make comments about it, or I didn't realize, or I'm proud of you. And I used Dawn, also known as Craig Blanchett tonight. And I asked for her feedback on it too. So just reaching out to get feedback from people that will be honest, that both know what I'm trying to communicate, but also can take a view from the outside, I think is valuable. So there's a couple things.
And that's another thing, Don. I think for me, I think I need to use you more as a tool. Just kind of that voice of reason. I don't know. For some reason, when I talk to you, it comes out. The message comes out. It might be the educator piece in you, but maybe I should learn math from you. I don't know, but pretty impressive. So yeah, that's some great points, Carrie. I appreciate that. So Miss Rita, are you up and running yet, ma'am? Looks like you are. Just got to get yourself unmuted.
Hold on a second.
Okay, I can hear you now. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Let me get it off my phone now.
Oh, you've got both up. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, because I couldn't get on my computer, so I was trying to get
Your
on my
emergency
phone, and now I
backup.
don't know how to get off my phone, so we'll just put that down. Are you getting the feedback on me?
I can hear you good.
Okay.
I get a lot of feedback from you every day, so it doesn't.
Yes, you do. You know you love it. I'm ready when
So,
you are.
with Rita, did you get anything out of the leadership call that you felt was pretty impactful?
I did. I was having problems with my Zoom getting on that as well, so I kind of missed some of Dee and Larry's points, but what they were saying was sharing is the way and obstacle is the way. I thought that was important. Jamil said the foundational keys. I thought those were important. And then when Tony was saying take responsibility for yourself and to be coachable and to learn to manage disappointment, those were the two big things I got from her.
Okay. That's awesome. And I guess to throw it out to everyone, is there anyone out there that got anything, because I know I did, is there anybody that got anything that they felt, to Rita's point, that was pretty impactful?
No, it's not. It's like
Somebody got something to say?
I do.
Oh, Miss Lynn, sorry. Go ahead.
Hey, Irving. Oh, okay. I loved how Tony was talking about if you I need to be careful how I couch this because my coach is on the line. So, Martin, no offense, but that we are this big community and family, and we all love each other. And Tony said, you know, if you need an edge in another way, she didn't put it like that. She said, find other people to help you in the Optavia organization. So reach out, like I've reached out to Dawn, and just you get with different people and you hear different things. So I'm working with Martin, Jose's working with Martin, and Jose will say something that Martin told him, and I'm like, what? It's really wonderful, and that people don't feel like, oh, you're trying to like steal my person. Every person is, because we're being trained and led to be yourself, you know, have your own personality and look at your own strengths and work on those, but you can have other people help you with your weaknesses. So I just love that. You can lock arms with people across the nation, obviously, and connect with different people besides the one person that signed you up.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, what you got there, Miss Dawn?
Well, I was just going to kind of go off of what Lynn said. You know, I think that's one of the powers of us getting together as a team and getting to events, is that that's really an awesome place to connect and get to know some other coaches, because kind of like Lynn said, and I remember Craig telling me this when I was getting ready to go to my first convention, he said, you know, I'm like one flavor of coach, you know, and you know my flavor, but it's fun to see other flavors because you're going to connect and relate with other coaches that you get to hear and you get to learn from. So I think there is a lot of power in that.
I agree. I've never been to one, but I am really anxious to see what it is that I can bring back to my coaches to help them in developing, and see what the results are. And then obviously July is going to pop up and see from there. Is there anyone else that got anything pretty impactful out of it? Yes, Ms. Tamara.
One of the things I heard Jamil say is a comment he made to Dr. A, and I was thinking this as Jamil said it. He said, I don't see how you don't cry or you don't have tears when you show up every Monday. And I was thinking that very same thing because I was feeling tearful as I was participating in the webinar and listening, because I appreciate so much the time and effort my coaches have put in to help me grow. And I feel like I feel like the Lord is leading me to hone in my focus more and more. In fact, there was something I had to say no to today. And it was really hard for me to say no, because I have a tendency to overload myself with things that can get in the way. And I think it's just a hard lesson that the Lord is leading me on, in that He wants me to focus more and more on my coaching so that I can give to those who need to hear this message, so to speak. So that was impactful to me tonight.
Awesome. Anybody else got any saved notes before we pass it on? I did want to say, Miss Rita, thank you for taking such detailed notes over the last couple of weeks. And I wish I had gone to college with you. I would have made honor roll with you if I had sat next to you. I didn't make honor roll though, but maybe I can make honor roll with Optavia. So, well, if nobody else has anything, we'll go ahead and pass it on to Coach Carey. Could you hear? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my little portion, I would love to hear how you guys did with our action steps from last week. A little review. One of them was to actually do a coach explore with somebody who is interested in coaching. It could be a client. It could be somebody that's not a client. And then also just dripping coaching in your client support calls or on Facebook. How did everybody do on that? What action did you take? And it could be any range, people that are out there outspoken, or it could even be just the challenge of having it on the back of your mind when you're talking. But how did that go this week?
For me, it went well. I guess, I had a side conversation with you guys last week, both you, Don and Carrie. And so with that, I guess I was wondering if I was doing things right, but then when it comes down to when I did explore coachings with Coach Dan and Coach Rita, they didn't jump off the second floor and say, I want to be the coach today. And so I guess maybe I am doing things right, planting the seeds and letting folks, and keep doing what I'm doing and be consistent what I'm doing and setting an example of what a coach would be like. I guess the key thing is keeping it looking easy instead of going through the mechanics. Do I sound like Coach Craig right now? And basically letting them have a vision of what coaching can be about versus the mechanics of what coaching is. But it's not that hard. But it's just a matter of, it's on their time, not mine. And that's last week. I just, based on the conversation with you guys, I have a totally different perspective on it.
I have if I can go ahead and just say, I pretty much got a lot of no's and not yets, and I'm too busy, and I was able to relate to that because I don't work full time, but I still work 8 to 5, at least 3 to 4 times a week. So I do relate to it, and I just tell them I understand it completely, and I just tried to reiterate that it wasn't really more of a job type of thing, but I'm trying to help my friends right now. And that was what made more of an impact on them opening up a little bit more and saying, well, maybe in another month they might be interested in doing it. But so I got a lot of no's.
You did get one good though today though.
Yeah.
Which was positive. Mm-hmm.
For now, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but not make. she's retired. So.
Yeah.
So, but you know, it was still not a full no, I guess.
It was like a P, like a possibility.
Yeah.
A strong P, a strong possibility.
I'll take that. All right.
Rita, though, I love that, Rita, because I'm just interjecting. I mean, I guess manage the disappointment, because I don't know how many people you talk to, but you have the passion, you have the love and care for people, and you're just sharing and talking to people. And, you know, I mean, how many times have we seen in trainings somebody that is amazing, they're way up there. I mean, like, I don't even know all the abbreviations, but they'll say, oh, you know, so-and-so, they talked to me about coaching for 2 years or for 3 years, and I kept saying no, and I wasn't interested. And they're amazing at it now. So if you know in your heart this person would be great, you know, just keep salting it or watering it. I'm mixing my metaphors now, but I'm just really proud of you.
I have a little word of encouragement there too, because I remember the first time Dawn mentioned coaching to me. I was sitting in my room, and without a doubt, I was a no. It was almost like, really, I can't believe she even asked me to coach. I have lots of kids, and there was no chance. So, and that's just even in my head. I definitely told her no, but in my own mind, the 180 that happened, and it was when people started asking about it, then I thought, oh, I could coach. Where if she had not asked me or planted the seed, then I wouldn't have even considered that as an option when somebody else was interested. So there's a little encouragement, hopefully.
If I can interject, along those lines with Carrie, I'm new to coaching as well, and my biggest fear was that I wouldn't have any clients because I'm just not a salesperson whatsoever. I was also worried about the time because I do work full time and I go to school full time, and then I also have a couple kids that play hockey, so hockey season was right in the middle of it. So I was back and forth for quite a while with Carrie as well, until a coworker was like, hey, if you coach, I'll sign up. It might be a couple weeks, it might be a month or two, but I'll sign up. So then I thought, all right, if I have one client, then I'm helping one person. And that was all that really mattered to me, was just helping other people get to where I'm at as far as self-esteem and encouragement. So you've already put it in people's minds. Maybe once they get a chance to sit down and really think about it, they'll start changing their minds and wanting to try it out.
I got one. Possible P. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I went to Miami with my family this weekend, and I went to my sister, my brother-in-law, and I went to them seeking their assistance, their help for my situation, my character building opportunity that I'm going through. And then as we were chatting, we started talking about health, and I kind of sensed that my brother-in-law was willing to talk about it. And I said, would you mind if I interview you? And I got his interview. And as we were going through all the questions, he became more interested. And so my sister chimed in and she became interested. And I kind of knew that my sister's the more go-getter, the aggressive of the two. And I said, well, you know, Carmen, you can actually become a coach doing this as well. And what turned out to be me going over there for some healing and for some coaching, I turned around and started doing some interviewing, and I totally forgot about all my problems. Amen?
Amen.
That was it.
Mm-hmm.
They just text me.
Have coaches before have clients? That would be awesome.
Yep. They just text me they couldn't make it online tonight because my brother-in-law is not feeling good. And so they'll catch us another time. I'm out.
Eres el rey.
Awesome. Well, guys, thanks so much for all that you're contributing to our conversation. I really appreciate that. And it's I think it just makes our meetings really, hopefully something rich for everyone, things that you can take away. So we've got a few minutes left. And one of the things I love to do is when we can get into breakout rooms. And if you haven't done breakout rooms with us yet, it kind of goes like this. I'll put us into rooms with 2, or we've got an odd number, so might be one room of 3. And it just gives you a chance to talk kind of one-on-one with somebody else who's on the team, get to know them a little bit more. And what I'd like you to kind of chat about is just how you share your story. And if you are somebody who is coaching, think about why coaching is really important to you and how maybe you can integrate a little bit of that into your story just to kind of encourage somebody else who may be looking for health, but may also have a need for finances or extra support. I mean, I know one of the key reasons I started coaching in the beginning was I was scared to death I was going to gain my weight back. And I wanted that extra level of accountability and support. And that was huge for me. And that was probably my biggest reason why I started coaching in the first place. And then I fell in love with helping people, and I fell in love with, just the coaching community. And then from there, it kind of led to this beautiful financial blessing that's given us travel, and it's given us ability to retire early. So, think about some of those reasons why you like coaching and why it's meaningful to you, and how you can tie that into your story as you share about not just your health journey, but your coaching journey as well. And then, I know that, Dawn, you're a guest here, but you're going to have opportunities to share your story of your health journey with people. And so maybe this can be a chance where you can just kind of share it with one other person on our team and just get a little practice with that. So I'm going to put us in breakout rooms. You're going to get a little message that says you've been invited to a breakout room. And so you're just going to say yes. And it's going to put you into a room. And so let's see, I'm not quite as quick with this as Craig is, but let's see what I can do here. All right, I think I have everybody assigned. So, and then I'll give you a little message when it's time to come back. All right, so share your story with somebody and see you in a minute.
Yeah.
Hello.
Get everybody pop back in here.
Oh, Don was like, get me out of here with these guys.
Hey.
No, I wasn't.
Awesome. So, any feedback? How did it feel telling your story to somebody else and hearing somebody else's story? Anybody want to share?
I have really enjoyed hearing Trisha's story.
Thank you.
I didn't think I thought I was busy, and then she told me how busy she is, and I was like going, wow, if she has time to do it, then I'm sure I can eke in. And I like the fact that she said that, you know, if she can help just one person, then she feels like she's done something. There goes the dogs. Hold on.
Thanks, Dawn. Anybody else?
I like Trisha's testimony also. Trisha, I was pretty impressed. I hope to talk to you more in the future.
Thank you.
I like to say that I enjoyed my conversation with Linan, and it's because I think we both have a good idea of how, and Linan, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but we just both pretty much said the same thing, that we have to love ourselves before we can start letting other people love us. And by us doing that, we're able to help other people love themselves. So, and you know, so I enjoyed listening to what she had to say about her thoughts on it all.
Awesome. Hey, Bessie, I see you've got your hand up.
I do. Hi there. I was able to speak with Ashley Monroe, who is a brand new coach. Came on with Carrie. And so I'm excited to see her grow, and we all can help her out. And she too is very busy and is excited to make some lifestyle changes so she can spend more time with her family. So I thought it was awesome. Brand new coach.
Yeah, exciting. It's exciting seeing new faces join our team and all the fun energy they bring. Love it. Anybody else?
Yeah, I want to say, with Jose, I got to hear a little bit more of his story, because I remember when he started joining the calls, and I didn't realize that he had been a coach with Take Shape for Life before. And so he shared one thing that was a good reminder. Where before, when he was a coach, he was chasing people and kind of, I guess you could say aggressive. He didn't say that, but that's how I visualize chasing people. And this time around, he's just going to have it comfortable and present the invitation so that people know that he has answers. And he really emphasized the importance of finding the person's why. Mm-hmm. So it's basic stuff, but it's cool to hear him share what he feels like was not the approach that worked, and what he's doing now this time is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. All right. Anyone else?
Yeah, I just want to ditto what Rita was saying. You know, you come through things and you can feel isolated and alone, and you feel like you're the only person going through things, and it's so not true. And she was saying how, you know, Rita, is it okay if I share something you said? Where is she?
She said yes.
She said yes. Okay, I can't see her. Okay. We were talking about our faith and going through things, and how you can lose your faith and get it back, or almost lose your faith in my case. And being on a spiritual journey, I wanted to, because we're both raised Catholic, and I'm wondering if everybody could put a word of encouragement and hopefully a piece of scripture that God brings to your mind and send it to Rita right now.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm doing it. This is my challenge to everyone.
Awesome. So guys, we're going a little long tonight. I'm going to go ahead and give us our action steps, and you can continue to add things in our chat for Rita. So what I'd like you to think about this week is looking for opportunities to share your story. And for those of us who are already coaching, think about how you can maybe add into that story why coaching is so important to you, and some of the ways that coaching blesses your life. And not that coaching is necessarily going to be a fit for everybody, but if they don't have any idea what it is or how it might fit into their life, then, we're kind of being selfish and keeping it to ourselves, because I know for me, it's been a huge blessing, and I am so, so, so thankful for how it's changed my life. And just like I want people to be healthy in their physical being, I would love for people to experience part of this awesome coach community we have, and the growth and the opportunities and the financial blessing that it brings to us that way as well. So that's my challenge this week, is to think about telling your story and adding that piece about being, the blessings coaching brings. And be bold, live your journey out loud. All right. And if that's scary for you, or you're not sure where to start with that, or you need some practice, reach out to your mentor. So I guess that's the other piece. So thanks for being here tonight, everybody, and have an awesome week. And we'll see you next week.